Call this meeting of Veterans Affairs Emergency Preparedness to order. Jamie, if you take the roll.
Chairman Solomon,
Here.
Representative Borowski, Representative Brown, Representative Doherty, Representative Genst, Representative Haddock, Representative Ingalls, Representative Monroe, Representative O'Mara, Representative Pielli, Representative Sappi, Representative Scott,
By designation.
Representative Takak,
By designation.
Representative Webster,
Here.
Chairman Gillen,
1 second. Jamie, can you just say Representative Brown again?
Representative Brown,
By designation. Go ahead, sorry.
that's okay, Chairman Gillen,
Here.
Representative Banta, Representative Bashline, Representative Cooper,
By designation.
Representative Ham, Representative Kerwin, Representative Krupa, Representative Major, Representative Rigby, Representative Stender, Representative Wattrow, Representative Williams. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Jamie. First order of business will be House Bill 427, printer's number 402, authored by Representative Stats. I'll take a motion from Representative Ham, seconded by Representative Gens to bring up the bill. Representative Stats, if you want to please grab a mic and provide comments about your bill.
Thank you, Chairman Solomon, Chairman Gillen, and members of the committee. So HB 427, it's a very simple, straightforward bill which would require funeral directors, funeral entities, and cemetery companies to provide notification to the County Veterans Affairs Director of the death of a service person who was a legal resident of the county within 96 hours of the receipt of the remains of a deceased service person. HB 427 would also require the entities to provide the families of the deceased service person with the contact information for the County Veterans Affairs Director. This legislation comes after hearing of families that were not aware of the benefits available to them. I ask for your support of HB 427 to ensure that the families of deceased service members receive the benefits that they've earned while serving our great nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Stats. We're joined by Representatives Takak and Brown. Any questions on the bill? Chairman Gillen?
First, I want to commend the chairman for bringing these bills up. They certainly should be regarded as being bipartisan, and I think this bodes well for the future of the committee's work here. I also want to commend the chairman for his outstanding work and the first responders and the emergency community in your own legislative district, and our hearts are certainly with you. I shared a text yesterday with a good chairman, and we are fixed on some of the things that are happening in D.C. and the city of brotherly love, as we should be. Very sad day. Regarding this particular legislative product, I think the stakeholders have weighed in. I've talked to funeral directors myself, and they're certainly ready to aid in delivering timely help to the families of veterans who have passed away. And so I wholeheartedly co-sponsored this bill and look forward to it passing unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Gillen. I really appreciate the kind words. Really do. Representative Banta.
Thank you, Chairman, and I'd like to thank the maker of the bill. I had this issue come up in my district, and twice. Once was somebody who didn't know they were scrambling. Obviously, when a family member passes and you're all concerned and worried, people didn't know, and we took care of that. And another woman that has to be close to my family is my mom's caretaker, one of her caretakers. And she said, my father never got his honors. I said, well, we're going to take care of that. So thank you, sir, and thanks, for putting this together.
Thank you. Are there any negative? Okay. So we're going to go to the two representatives speak. In the future, I want to reserve the last comments for Chairman Gillen and myself. But I understand that maybe you didn't, folks didn't understand that. Representative Haddock.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that courtesy, and I apologize for the lateness. It's directly related to the bill, so I just want to make the members of this committee aware, if we're not already, that the Department of Vital Statistics is having a problem with a new system that is causing a delay for death certificates, and that's something maybe this committee could get the attention of the Vital Statistics Department, because local funeral directors are struggling with it for veterans and just people that passed away. So I just want to make that comment. Thank you.
Are there any negative votes? Seeing none, House Bill 427 passes unanimously and will move to the floor. Representative Stats, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Next on the agenda, House Bill 412, authored by Representative Ham. I'll take a motion from Representative Stender, seconded by Representative O'Mara. Representative Ham, comments.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank you for bringing this legislation up. This legislation has passed all 3 terms that I have been here in the House, and it's a simple piece of legislation. It simply says that if our Pennsylvania Army Guard or Air Guard members are deployed to another state or another U.S. territory for over 30 days on Title 32 orders, that their life insurance will follow them, that their families will receive those benefits if they are to lose their life while serving. Right now, our statute allows for that if they're serving overseas in a combat zone. It allows for it if they're serving here in Pennsylvania on state active duty orders, but it's silent on whether they're in another state or another U.S. territory. This is a simple piece of legislation that supports our men and women in uniform, and I ask the committee to support the legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Ham. Representative Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Very brief comment, just to make very clear to the other members of the committee and to the public at large that servicemen's group life insurance policy is offered to every single active duty member. And VGLI, Veterans Group Life Insurance, is offered to every retiree. So bringing our National Guardsmen into the fold when they are serving on active duty for more than 30 days is entirely consistent with what is already being done in federal law. Thank you.
Thank you. Other comments or questions? Chairman Gillen.
Not a comment or a question, a suggestion that Representative Solomon, Chairman Solomon, and I will take a walk to the other side of the building sometime in the near future to get this thing across the finish line. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
It's a good suggestion. And any negative votes? Seeing none, House Bill 412 moves unanimously to the floor. Last up is House Resolution 37, authored by Representative Kruger. Mike, summary, please.
House Resolution 37 designates March 13th, 2025 as K-9 Veterans Awareness and Services Day in Pennsylvania.
So we needed to give equal time to dogs after our last meeting, so here we are. That was a joke, sorry. Was not a good one, but it was a joke. Any comments? Chair Gillen.
Not long ago, I had a gentleman walk into the Berks Military History Museum, which I founded back in Berks County, and he had a newspaper article and a picture of his father. In the newspaper article, there was a group of Reading and Berks County residents that were donating their dogs to the war effort. I recall it being around 1943. At the time, it's hard to imagine, there were 32 different breeds of dogs that were eligible for service, but apparently the Axis powers weren't impressed by Chihuahuas, so they narrowed it down. That's a little tongue-in-cheek. I don't think Chihuahuas are part of the 32. Eventually, they narrowed it down to 7 different breeds of dogs. Currently, we have 3 breeds of dogs, but just a little brief history in 30 seconds. In World War I, on both sides of the trenches, there was 1 million dogs that were deployed. I mean, it's hard to imagine. The more contemporary conflicts, World War II was 20,000, about 1,500 in Korea, and around 4,000 in Vietnam. But this is important to remember because in Vietnam, for example, we lost hundreds of dogs, but we also lost hundreds of handlers. And the VC and the North Vietnamese regulars actually had a bounty on the dogs as well as the handlers because they were found in their pockets with patches from the handlers, the shoulder patches, as well as the ears of the dogs that were tattooed. It is estimated during the Vietnam War that as many as 10,000 Americans' lives were saved as a consequence of the service of those dogs. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Gillen. Forgot the motion, so motion by Representative Pielli, seconded by Representative Watro to bring up House Resolution 37. Are there any negative votes? Seeing none, House Resolution 37 moves to the floor. Any other business before the committee? Chairman Gillen?
I was alerted to the fact that it's Representative Rigby's birthday. I'm not sure if he wants happy birthday song or just presents. We'll go with the latter. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Happy birthday, Representative. This committee is adjourned.